What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do is we're playing Mono Blue Mill. So Mono Blue Mill received a lot of new cards, and I'm really excited to try them out. So Merfolk Secret Keeper, first one mana, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard. And then Overwhelmed Apprentice, whenever it enters the battlefield, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of the library into the graveyard. Then you scry 2, which all kind of helps out with our Vantress Gargoyle, which it can start attacking in if an opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard, which I did just barely include Ashiok. It does kind of go against the Vantress Gargoyle, but it does help with more of the mill plan, and we are milling pretty aggressively with this deck. But occasionally we do just win by playing out Vantress Gargoyle, swinging in with a 5/5 enough time, or 5/4 in the flyer for 2. Pretty good stuff, and we can easily get them down, even while playing Vantress Gargoyle, get them down to 7 cards in the graveyard by turn 3 when this will be swinging in. So very, very powerful in this deck. Overall, we're just trying to go for as many hits as we can. We also have Drowned Secrets, which whenever you cast a blue spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. Folio of Fancies, which will help people draw. We can make them draw cards. We don't have a maximum hand size, and we can pay 3, tap it. Each opponent puts the number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into the graveyard. So this is one of the new cards that people were really excited for, but the issue is that you're also letting them draw cards. So this is more of like a way to finish it out when you already have like 6 mana at least on the battlefield for this to actually be useful. You need to be able to mill them out in 2 turns with this before it really becomes very useful. But we will get it out early game, maybe if we have the extra slot, if we already have a Drowned Secrets out. So I'm testing out 2 copies here. I also do have actually I took out the Fae. I did have the Fae of Wishes to go grab some stuff from the sideboard, but it wasn't really working for this deck. We want to be a little bit more aggressive with our mill plan. It sounds like a meal plan. Anyway, but we also have Negate and Quench in here just to have at least some protection. We have Unsummon. We kind of want to be bouncing back our own stuff, though, as best as we can. Like our Merfolk Secret Keeper, once we have Drowned Secrets out, to just keep milling over and over again. We have our Sage of Joe Denizen out, which whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield, target player puts 2 cards into the library. Brazen Borrower, again, just a little bit of bounce removal. We can also flash it in and just have it be swinging in, which is really good. I've been trying to keep this deck a little bit more budget. It's kind of hard. We do have Vantress Gargoyle, the Brazen Borrower, and Drowned Secrets, which are all rare, but everything else is not. I guess the Castle Vantress as well, Jace. But all these pieces, many of these pieces aren't really needed. Like, you can go for Callous Dismissal, which may even be better than Brazen Borrower, because Brazen Borrower can't block creatures on the ground, and that's a really big issue with a deck that's needing to be defensive. Luckily, we have a lot of really good blockers in this deck as well, though, and so we're not terribly worried about that. But it has been an issue so far. So it can block creatures with flying, though, so that is really nice. Ashiok does exile all the cards in the graveyard. Sometimes it's very, very useful, very needed, and so we definitely want it in the deck. Does go against the castle, the Vantress Gargoyle, and into the story, which will cost 3 less if their opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. So then it's just a 4 mana draw 4 cards at instant speed, which is insane, especially with a deck that if we're drawing 4 cards, we can hopefully mill them. That's another like 20 cards that we can mill them just with the synergies that we have in this deck. So definitely want to have into the story. Because we're so light on mana and everything, though, I decided to only go to 2 copies. We could probably squeeze in a 3rd one, and so anyway, I'd love to hear down in the comments below the things you guys would change with this deck, but we're going to go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does, and wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
Right up against Karlov of the Ghost Council. So I'm actually excited. I'm playing ranked again. The new season just barely hit right before I started playing, and so I went back down to bronze. But I'm actually excited to start trying to do better with ranked. All right, we're gonna keep this. Overwhelmed Apprentice, great turn 1 play into Drowned Secrets. I'm not going to try to get more value from Drowned Secrets by waiting. I want the Scry 2 immediately here to start getting as much as we can. So mill them over for 2. That's 2 wolves, great into the... so I'm actually going to keep both of these. We have our lands that we need. Brazen Borrower will be good for some removal. And Drowned Secrets into Merfolk Secret Keeper is amazing. So, yep, keeping that. We can at least mill, hopefully, really aggressively here. and then try to stay alive with 2 bounce spells. All right, so Drown Secrets and swing on in there. Down to 19 past the turn. Oko is annoying.
Every tale about me is absolute nonsense. Surely you must be famished.
So he can turn things into Elks, which we can bounce, and we also can block the Elks pretty much all day with our 4/4s. So let's go ahead and Wall of Lost Thoughts. Mill them a bit more. We're actually hoping for land off the top for this Into the Story. That would probably be the best thing for us. And then Merfolk Secret Keeper. Mill them 6 more. So that's 12 cards milled this turn. Let's go ahead and swing at Oko. We don't care about their life total whatsoever at this point. So just going to keep him off so he can't steal too much of our stuff here. Yep, creates a 3/3.
Let's broaden your existence.
Can't really attack in. Perfect. So we get Into the Story. Were you going to want that this turn or another turn? Raise and Borrow will also be pretty nice here. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. We could just bounce that and bounce whatever else we want to. So let's actually stop here. I'm debating if it's better just to draw cards still. We can do that another time. It's a food token, yep.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
One bite and all your cares are gone. That's a good reference. All right, let's go ahead and unsummon this fella. We can also bounce the other guy back here as well. So Nightpack Ambusher coming in. They don't get any value this turn by doing this. In fact, now we're just going to Brazen Borrower or bounce the other one. Every turn that we can keep them off from doing anything actually worthwhile is great for us. So we could have played the Merfolk Secret Keeper. I don't like not utilizing our mana the best in this one. Jace is pretty good. Jace we'll go ahead and play now. We can start getting value from it. Getting extra card draw. Into the Story would have been great, but this gets a little bit more milling going on. Trying to land. Secret Keeper. Mill them a bit more. Create another blocker. We'll go ahead and swing at Oko here. Pass the turn.
Tricksy one.
Brazen Bar will also be nice just to be hitting Oko down, although we don't really want to give them a flyer to be swinging over all of our creatures. What are they down to now? So 23 cards in the library. Creates another Elk. That's fine.
The humor here.
Nightpack Ambusher comes down. That's also fine. Okay, Castle Vantress. Let's go ahead and draw first with Jace. Ashiok is also good. We can play Ashiok and Brazen Borrower. You already played a land this turn, so we don't actually get Into the Story and much else. Although I think that drawing 4 cards now is just the best play. And we have Ashiok for the next turn if we need be. That would mill 6 more if we had played that, but Wall of Lost Thoughts will do it for us. And we haven't played, oh, we have played land. Okay, yeah. I'm okay with just chump blocking here. That's fine. Let's mill 6 down to, okay, down to 13 and no attacks. Pass the turn. And opponent scoops it up. Yes! Oh my goodness, dude. This deck is such an aggressive mill deck. I am loving it. We did luckily have enough of the unsummons. We only have 4 in the deck, so maybe we do need more. But I was feeling in control that entire game. I am Iron Man. That's who we're up against. Awesome. Well, I'm Kamikaze Jeff. Oh, if we find the land, this is such a good... In fact, we have a scry too, so we're going to keep this. We're going first. This is beautiful. We can actually pretty easily get Vantress Gargoyle to be able to swing in as well. All right, let's see if they're going to decide to play today. All right, looks like they're playing. All right, play the island. Overwhelm the Apprentice. Scry 2, we need lands is what we're looking for. Land and Secret Keeper. With Drowned Secrets, that's actually really good. Because Drowned Secrets... we get to play these twice each time, and so it actually ends up being 8 cards milled for 2 mana. I'm just debating if I want another land. I think we can keep this. It means we're not getting another land for a while, though. It could be quite a while, but we have all 2 mana spells in the deck in our hand, so it's definitely possible. We're still in this game. All right, plays Temple of Silence. And the sound of silence. All right, we're gonna play Drowned Secrets. Swing on in there. Down to 19. Booyah. We really don't care about life total. We do because of Vantress Gargoyle, so it is at least worth swinging in. A Foulmire Knight, that's fine. A 1/1 we can deal with all of the day long. Let's see here. So they're down to 2 cards. We can get them down more on the next turn. So let's actually go for Vantress Gargoyle first here. It may be exactly what we're needing to be able to swing in. No attacks, pass the turn. We may trade off with the Foulmire Knight. I'm not really worried about it, though. Yeah, so next turn we mill them for 8. Because it's 2 for each time we play a blue spell. If we find another land, we actually mill them for a ton. Ooh, another Vantress Gargoyle. Oh. If they have a Legion's End, it's really bad for us. But if not, we don't get to swing in this turn. If we hit land, that would have been great too. I'm actually going to go ahead and play the other Vantress Gargoyle. And this is the other chance that we have with this deck, is we can just be very aggressive. So we can't actually attack in with it. They're down to 6 cards. No attacks, pass the turn. We do get to mill them over 1 more here. So if all else fails, we at least get 1 more Vantress Gargoyle mill. We also mill something from the top, so if we ever need these guys to become blockers, milling the top of our library is okay. Murderous Rider. All right, let's go ahead and mill. Oh, there's the land off the top. No! Let's see if they recognize that I can't block. They should be swinging in with everything here. All right, they probably just didn't recognize. Quench would also be pretty nice here, but let's go ahead and start the mill plan. And let's go ahead and go here as well. Creating the 4/4 blocker might have been better, but I feel like these guys are going to get bigger later on. All right, get a swing in with a Gargoyle. Down to 12, pass the turn. Down to half their deck. We get to mill 4 more next turn. Murderous Rider. Okay. Swings in, no blocks. We'll take 4 this turn. We'll probably chump block. We want to chump block the biggest thing that's out there. Another Vantress Gargoyle is also pretty good stuff. And we'd love to find a land. That means we can't really block next turn. I think that's okay, though. All right, mill them for 2 more. Swing in with Gargoyle. Down to 7, pass the turn. They do gain 3 life with this Murderous Rider, but now we can actually still kill them even with the 3 life gained. All right, Acclaim Contender. That's fine. All right, Inspiring Veteran is really annoying. This means that Murderous Rider does do enough damage to keep them alive for another turn. Although, yeah. All right, I love that no one's reading the Vantress Gargoyle. We can't actually block until we have 4 cards in our graveyard. Oh no! All right. All right, we'll create a chump blocker. Do I just hold on to Quench here? We can block two things. They're getting to where we actually are in a lot of danger here. I want to keep attacking in. Where are they at with their graveyard? They're going to gain 4 more life here as well. And they just happen to hit the perfect thing off of the Acclaim Contender. Maybe we could have held it back just as a blocker as well. Although we don't actually have enough stuff in our graveyard, right? 20 cards in the library. Circle of Loyalty. Yep, everything gets even bigger. Even worse for Jefe. Oh no, man. All right, they're gaining all of their life, so we need to have Ventress Gargoyle back as a blocker. Yep. Goes. Are we just dead? Oh my goodness. Dude, Mardu Knights insane right now. That and they just drew like literally everything that they needed in that game. That was pretty... We actually had a really good start, although we didn't find our third land for a long time. There was a lot of things that did go wrong for us as well, but that was frustrating. All right, up against Mar Booty. Bring it on, Mar Booty. Let's do this. Yeah, this is decent. I don't like Ventress Gargoyle with the Ashiok, but as we've seen in the past, people won't attack into it. So we're going to keep this. Wall of Lost Thoughts into Ashiok is pretty good. This isn't as aggressive of a mill plan as we were hoping for, but we can like block with Wall of Lost Thoughts, unsummon it back if it's a big creature, do some more fun stuff. I'm not going to unsummon that. Drowned Secrets we shall definitely play though. Alright, Johnny's Pride Mate. So I'm just going to go Wall of Lost Thoughts into unsummon the Pride Mate. Actually, Quench is also nice. Do I just unsummon and Quench? They can't actually attack into Wall of Lost Thoughts this turn. So I might play Wall of Lost Thoughts and then Quench. And then unsummon, I mean. Hit a lot of lands. Hopefully they're lacking on lands. Alright, another Healer's Hawk. Yep. Venerable Knigget. This looks like Merchant's version. He built a deck not that long ago. Alright, we'll block a Johnny's Pride Mate. We can keep him at a 3/3 by just hitting unsummon here, but... I'm debating if I want to unsummon something else. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and unsummon that. We'll play Ventress Gargoyle here and then hold up Quench. Apprentice is also really nice. We can at least start attacking in, and hopefully they don't read it again. Like, not everyone reads this. We probably should be milling over ourselves just to have a good blocker, but let's pass the turn. It looks like they are light on lands as well, which is great. We've been lucky in milling over a lot of lands. The little eye blink with the Fibblethip cards are incredible. Alright, we'll quench that. That's actually really good for us there. Another quench. Let's go for Overwhelmed Apprentice. I would love to go for the Ashiok, but it doesn't really work with the Vantress Gargoyle now. We may just want to be attacking in. Lands, both lands to the bottom. Or we just Ashiok and just go as aggressive with our mill as we can. Because they're going to be gaining life each turn. I'm not sure if that's necessarily what we're wanting to go for. Let's go for no attacks. Hold up quench past the turn. And we can just mill on our turn here. Their turn. All right, what you gonna do? I think we quench basically whatever comes out. So yeah, Linden comes out, which honestly might have been okay to have. But again, we're just trying to slow them down as best we can. Let's see if they realize they can attack in. I love it. No one reads the gargoyle. So yeah, it cannot block unless I have 4 more cards in my graveyard, which we're gonna get closer to. Now we do. Getting a phone call from Peeps. So we're gonna still have him as a blocker, so I'm fine with this. So play Ashiok. We're going for the mill plan here, especially with how much life they're gonna gain. Our one Vantress Gargoyle is not gonna be able to keep up with it. All right, exile everything. The opponent's saying oops. Yeah, that's fine. We're okay with that. And I guess pass the turn. Giant Killer comes down. We get a mill over another card. Healer's Hawk goes after the Ashiok, I'm guessing. They have 21 cards in their library. And they're going to have to be killing us pretty soon. And we would like to not have more lands. Didn't we just scry 2 lands to the bottom? This is ridiculous. We only have like 21 lands in the entire deck. No attacks, pass the turn. Giant Killer comes down. Yeah, they can tap down our blockers, which is really annoying. All right, goes one there, one in our face. Yep. We lose our Ashiok. That's fine. We have to actually finish them off here. Into the story. Oh, no, we don't have anything else there. No, no attacks, man. The Ashiok, I'm really not sure. So we're only running 2 copies of it, and it's great against the decks that are like... There are still some Reanimator decks. So hopefully we find land or a way to mill their... I don't know. I don't even know what we can do now. Into the story was very needed right then.
I believe in you, friend.
All right, so I think what we do is we just kind of take our beats for this turn. If we go down to 1 creature, they can't actually tap us down. Or we can't actually block on the next turns. So it takes 6 for this turn. Try to have more blockers for the next one when he gets even bigger. Down to 11. I want to play like an Ember Cleave with the Pride Mate. Or something like that. We will have to do something. Ah, man, I think we were just a little too late again. Brazen Borrower is not bad. And it can block the Healer's Hawks at least. So that's nice. All right, pass the turn. The Gideon is annoying. Alright, gonna get hit Wall of Lost Thoughts. So we can actually let that resolve, bring it back, mill them a little bit more. We actually mill enough to maybe get into the story for next turn, and we can still create enough blockers. We don't get to balance the Pride Mate, but... So I'm wanting this to leave the battlefield so then I can bring it back. So we're waiting for Giant Killer to do his thing, which actually they don't have any more mana for it. Actually, I need to cancel this. I shouldn't have done this. They still have time to bring something else back. All right, we get to mill them down to 8 cards in the library.
Your light will cleave the dark.
And I'm actually going to try to play this beforehand just in case. All right, let's see if they go for Conclave Tribunal again. I'm hoping that they just don't attack in as aggressively. We can only block the Healer's Hawks with him. All right, so block, 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 and I think we go down to 1. Oh wait, am I not? Yeah, so 5 and 5. We go down to 1, and all we have to do is mill how many cards here? 6 cards. We have Into the Story. Can we do it? Can we do it? Wall of Lost Thoughts, that's close. In fact, do we go for Into the Story? Oh yeah, of course we do, yeah. I think we actually have enough with it already, so mill them down to 4, and then Wall of Lost Thoughts will be the other. Yes! Oh, they had 6 cards. I was thinking 8. I could have done it with just Wall of Lost Thoughts, but yes! We did it! Oh my goodness. Oh, that's amazing. Whew! Dude, that was a very scary game. All right, up against East Hastings. Bring it on, East. Let's do this. We'll keep this. Folio Fancies, let's see how it does for us. We also get the Scry 2 at the beginning, which is amazing. I'm a really big fan of this card. Very powerful. Let's drop 1 land. Let's actually drop both lands. We're not needing tons of lands. It does help with Folio of Fancies, but I'd rather get some more action along the way and just kind of draw lands as we get them. Drowned Secrets is amazing. Swing it on in there. Down to 19. Well, not against Flash, or at least we didn't see the Sailor yet. What are we up against? Yeah, not going to go for the Folio of Fancies just yet. Let's go for... I'm wanting to see if they're going to have a Quench. Let's go ahead and play this first. If they have Quench, this will still get through. What are we up against? Essence Capture. Okay, this is the Simic Flash deck. Drowned Secrets on top. Yes, please. Land. I think we just drop land. I want more action here. And we can even unsummon like the Wall of Lost Thoughts again to get 2 doubles. So yeah, next turn we play Drowned Secrets, unsummon, mill 4, bring back the Wall of Lost Thoughts or something, and mill a few more. Actually, I should have attacked there. I would love to have had a trade. We can also just unsummon one of their guys. Okay, Sinister Sabotage. Resolve. $36 cards left. The nice thing too is we can bounce this instant speed. Yeah, so let's pass the turn. Folio Fancies, these guys do tend to keep more cards in hand, so that might be pretty powerful here. We just need to make sure we get it down. Brightborn Cutthroat won't be big enough to get through Wall of Lost Thoughts this turn, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and unsummon the Overwhelmed Apprentice here. I probably should keep that for their side, but I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive here. I want the Scry. Oh, Drowned Secrets as well. We're going to go for that, for sure. See if they have another Sinister Sabotage. Quench, okay. Boo Hiss. Dude, with 3 Drowned Secrets, that we would have... Oh, that would have been so difficult for them to deal with us. Folio Fancies is getting worse now. Land is okay. Overwhelmed Apprentice is good. We'll keep land there. We do need to find lands at some point. Although maybe we don't really need that many lands with this deck. 3 is pretty good. If we find Into the Story, I'm going to want it. But we get a Scry anyway to see if we actually want that or not. So let's go ahead and put it down. No attacks, pass the turn. All we have to do is stay alive for a few turns. Did I just say no blocks? I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm actually wanting to get Folio Fancies down to test it out. So let's see if they bring in the counter creature here. Ashiok on top. We definitely want Merfolk's Secret Keeper. Where are they at now? 22 cards. Yeah. The Secret Keeper is 8 cards milled for us on that on the next turn, as long as they don't counter anything. Okay, Folio Fancies coming down. Let's see if they have the Wolf. It doesn't. I don't feel like they have the counter. They do have Field Mystic. Okay. Which Folio Fancies I'm okay getting countered. It's really not that great. The card draw is really what we would want with it. Okay, no attacks. Pass the turn. Now we need to chump block pretty aggressively. We can double block a Frilled Mystic, which is nice. Yeah, they send it back. We'll just block here. I guess we block here because this can also just chump block any 2 powered stuff. Well, hopefully they don't have another counter, because if they do counter this, it's pretty sad. All right, so... All right, and bring it out. Okay, going down to 11 cards in the library. We get to mill. Hopefully this resolves. If they didn't counter that... This is the issue, though, is that they're just going to go for more aggressive plays now. Okay, no attacks. Ashiok gets to mill quite a bit here. Okay, block the big beefy boys. We have to always have a blocker for the Brineborn Cutthroat. We can actually take a few hits from the Ambusher. That's the issue, though. Mill 2, please resolve. No! Okay, I thought they were going to counter it. That was so scary. All right, we're so close. Down to 4 cards left. One more trigger with Ashiok and we win. If they send everything at Ashiok, we just hope for something else off the top. Another Night Pack Ambusher. Yep. Throws all the boys. No attacks. And they actually have lethal on board. No! Oh, man. Let's see if they figure it out. Yeah, because of the second Night Pack Ambusher, we can block the 8/8. We can block the 5/5. Yeah, another Night Pack Ambusher. Just all the extra power coming through here. And we're done for. Done skis, man. Yeah, good game. Oh, man. One more trigger with Ashiok. We were one turn away. They just had 3 Night Pack Ambushers. And the Frilled Mystic right at the right time. The Folio Fancies, I'm not sure if we really would have used the Folio Fancies. I don't know. It was close. All right, one more game. All right, up against Niv Mizzet. Bring it on, Niv Mizzy. Let's do this madness. So we can hold Quench on turn 2, get out Sage's Road Denizen, and start going with other stuff. We get Castle Vantress for Scry. This is not nearly as aggressive as I'd like, but it's not an unkeepable hand. We can definitely keep this on the draw as well. We actually want to be a bit more defensive here, so this is not bad for us. Okay, Knight of the Even Legion. And they're going aggressive. Yeah, this is the really aggressive decks. This deck has a hard time dealing with. I have beaten them because we just have so many like really good defenders. But with all the Death Touch stuff, might be a little bit harder for us to do. All right, pass the turn. We're going to quench pretty much anything that we can. If Knight of the Even Legion gets pumped... All right, they didn't play land beforehand. Let's see what else they have. Yeah, we're just going for a quench, basically, no matter what. Even against a shock? Just in case they have, like, a drill bit as well. Let's go ahead and counter it. Alright, bring out Sage's Road Denizen. They don't have land, we can at least block the knight. Going to combat, they don't have... Orzhov Enforcer swings in, no blocks. Alright, now we get to actually start milling them, which is good. Let's just hold on to the Brazen Borrower for our turn. Let's start getting the mill plan going. Alright, mill for 4. Mill for 2. Mill for 6. Alright, 12 cards milled. And no attacks past the turn. We have pretty good blockers. The Death Touch is very annoying. If Knight of the Even Legion swings in again, this time... Okay, so it doesn't have it again. We can take the 2 points of damage each turn just fine. That's not that big of a deal. Knight swings in. Alright, we will definitely block. As a shock, that's fine. Yeah, we're fine trading off here with the knight. We do lose out on some value, but it's okay. I should have definitely played Castle Vantress. Okay, pass the turn. I was just thinking Brazen Borrower into the Fairy here. Let's go ahead and bounce one of these guys. We really had plenty of turns with this, so maybe I shouldn't have. And honestly, the Castle Vantress would have just been the best thing. No! Alright, should have bounced that for sure. Okay, Castle Vantress. It might just be better to scry 2 here. We have enough lands that like we can play Drown Secrets and whatever we find. Alright, swing in with the Brazen Borrower. Pass the turn. Discards. Man, we're so far away from actually doing anything relevant here. Alright, let's scry 2. Alright, Drown Secrets, Sage's Road Denizen, and Merfolk Secret Keeper. That's a lot of milling going on, and we have some good blockers. We only get to draw one of them next turn, though. We kind of wanted to stick for, like, into the story. But this means that we can block again. So, yeah, I think we just keep chump blocking the Rotting Regisaur. We might be able to even... If we keep finding creatures off the top, and they don't have any more action, I guess we could just keep swinging with the Brazen Borrower. Alright, Pyro Helix, Boo, Hiss. Okay, Drown Secrets. I almost want another Scry. Well, we already know what we have on top, so that's good. Got mill a couple over. No attacks. There should be a high alert deck with this as well. It would be pretty good. Because we are not really wanting to block this Death Toucher ever, I'm just going to be chump blocking to keep our life total as high as possible against this Rotting Regisaur. Next turn we get to mill quite a bit, and we get to die. And we get to scry at least as well. Man, we can mill so much with this deck. It's actually really incredible. That also means that we just don't have enough interaction. Let's go ahead and scry. Into the story is what we're looking for. Negate, no. Jace, no. We have to have chump blockers, so both to the bottom. I may even scry at the upkeep. Alright, discards 2 cards. 21 cards in the library. Ah! We have to find into the story, basically, or else we're dead. If they have a shock, we're dead as well. Down to 2. Do we scry now? I just want to see if we had scryed, if we could have found something. No. Yeah. Go to main phase. Good game. I guess we just still see what else we had. There's into the story, so it was down there a ways, but we'll concede. Oh man, well this is a mill deck. I mean, it's hard to actually ever mill people. I was surprised how well we were doing, and maybe I just need to be mulliganing a little bit more aggressively for better stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to hear down in the comments below what things you guys would change with the deck, if there are any changes, or if I just was misplaying there. I think that I could have been even more aggressive with the mill plan, like Vantress Gargoyle. Maybe there's other stuff out there that we can even do better than this, although it is definitely a good win condition at times. It's won games for me in the past. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.